Alright, let's try this again. This is take 2 of showing you guys another one of my crafts. So I don't just do diamond painting, I do cross stitch, counted, I crochet, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But this is something that I picked up this last summer. Really enjoy it. It's really pretty. I'm really glad that I learned how to do it. It's something that a lot of people don't do. It's just very, very, I think, cool. And there's 2 different kinds, and it's all used, all these little rings right here, that's in your pliers. That's what you have for the majority of it. So I'll show you my first ever project. I took a class at a convention I went to, and the class had a kit, and it was kind of a cool class because you could pick the different houses of Harry Potter. Sorry. My brain froze right there. Yeah, and I am Gryffindor, so of course I picked Gryffindor. So this is what I learned how to do. I learned how to make scale mail. This is a scale mail bag. It opens up. You can put whatever in it. This is actually called a dice bag, but on the inside is the chainmail. And you learn how to weave chainmail into scale mail. And this being Gryffindor, the lady is so cool. She finds charms to match the houses. So, as Gryffindor, there's the lion. And of course, everyone that knows Harry Potter knows what this little charm here is. You could see it. Let me get it. It is Deathly Hallows. There we go. This is the Deathly Hallows triangle. So this is a very, very cool craft to learn. I don't think it's something that you can just kind of pick up on your own. It's pretty intricate to do. The chainmail itself is not all that easy to do. It's easier to do than the scale mail. Scale mail has a little bit more to it. Obviously, you have to learn how to put the scale on the mail. You have to learn how to do the patterns if you want a pattern. Mine is all, you know, basically in lines. So anyway, that's the scale mail. Now the other class that I took taught us how to make a necklace. And the necklace incorporated a little bit of scale mail. Just a little triangle like this, which I'll have to find to show you guys sometime. That went in the middle of this. And this is a box chain. Okay. I've gotten pretty far with it. It takes a lot to do. I'm not sure how much I can show you guys tonight. My fingers are kind of broken, but I will start with what I am doing here. And then if I can, I'll try to take you over into my brand new box of, this is more jewelry grade, not as sturdy and tough as this stuff. So basically what you do, and if I mess up, I'm sorry, but hey, we all know how to frog, right? And I'm not afraid to mess up on camera at all. So let me make sure this is the first step. You know, just basically I'm adding on to my chain. So you always kind of want to try to put your pliers sideways and make this snap. And yes, you will have 5 fingers and 5 thumbs and 2 toes the first bit of trying to do this, because it is awkward. Awkward. It's much better if you use the pliers and not your fingers to do, because you'll be picking up pliers and putting down pliers and picking up pliers and putting down pliers, and it gets old. So you want to make it snap. Okay. Now I will show you this with my fingers because it's a lot easier to see that way. Okay. So you want to fold these down, fold these out. You see that? Bring these two that you folded down up like that. You can kind of see it right there. Take your chain, and this is why I say use pliers, because it's almost impossible to just use your fingers. And take your jump ring and just thread it through those two right there in the middle. Yeah, I got one. So once again, drop it, push them up, and then push these to the side like that. You want to catch those first 2 rings. Yes, it can get aggravating. Yes, I promise I am the one that did this before. I was just doing it a minute ago, and now it wants to be difficult. Alright, you see how those 2 came up right there? And just grab a jump ring, kind of in the middle. Loop it through right there. I think I need to put X's on my table so I know without watching the camera where I need to watch. I'm telling you, this gets frustrating, but it is doable 100%. Once you get the hang of it, you've got it. I'm just all fingers and thumbs tonight. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. That might be part of the problem. See that right there is where we want to loop through. You see that? Right there. So we grab it. Loop it through. Sideways. Don't hold them too close to the edges. Right there. And make them snap. See? Now that you have one on, the second one will be a lot easier because you already have your guide right here. So just hold that, not too far down, just right there. Grab another one. And just bring it through. The two middles like that. Make them snap. So now you have that. Okay, now that you have this, it's very simple. You need to add your connectors. So you just put yep, very simple, right? Then I drop it. I think it's the talking. I don't think I can talk and do chainmail at the same time. It requires too much concentration on my part. So there's that. So you just want to make it snap. It's not a huge snap, just a little one. I will tell you the best way to open these up here in just a moment, because there is a right and a wrong way to do it. You always want to make sure your links are tight, because if they're not, it will fall apart and all of your work is for nothing. So you see the gap, maybe, yeah, there you go. Can you see that little gap right there? You don't want that. You don't want that little gap right there, even though it's so small. You still don't want it. So you want to come back and try to close that gap up. That's why you always want to hear the snap. Okay, now remember from last time, drop both of these down. Okay. Now, bring both of them up, push these apart. While you're bringing these up, because right there is where you want to put your next link. Right in that little spot right there. See it? You do want to be careful how much pressure you put with the pliers. You don't want to flatten out your jump rings. You want to make them stay nice and pretty. Part of my problem is some of these jump rings aren't open enough, and I don't have them right. If you have them right like that, it's a lot easier, because then And like I said, guys, my hands are toast. Okay, there we go. Make it click. Now these are the two that you want to string your next connecting piece through. Trust me, it's easier if you can hold on to the pliers. My fingers weren't this bad this summer. See? It's as simple as that. So we've added a little bit more onto our little necklace here, and it tightens up as you go. So even though that looks really loose and kind of weird and funky, it'll tighten up. The next one will tighten this one up because you're working while you're working it. It's tightening up and tightening up and tightening up. That last one will always be a little loose. Okay. So that's that. I tried to make jewelry. That didn't work out that great, just because the jump rings I got were from Hobby Lobby and they aren't the same quality. Oh, excuse me. So jump rings. Yep, that's how many I have left to do. Jump rings, you never want to pull them apart. You always want to do this and twist right like that. If you pull these apart any other way, you will never get them to look right again. Just twist. Just up and twist. Up and up. See, you always want to be up and up with your plier noses and twist. It's as simple as that. You always want to make sure you have enough open, like I said, so you can keep going for a while, because it's just a lot easier that way. Let me see if I can find, because I started some in the jewelry. They're right here. See, it doesn't look the same. They're way too loose. the whole idea falls apart because your wire just isn't the same. They're cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not right. Let me see here. Grab. Yeah, see, here's another one. That one's a little better, but not quite. Just not quite there. But that one actually would work. You could put some kind of an end piece on here, like a little bead or something. A little charm. That one would look pretty. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, that one. See? Those would look pretty. I think those loops are just too big. They make a mess. Whereas these, I'd probably go down a little bit further on it. Maybe to about here and put a charm or something on them. But yeah, that is the, sorry. The other hobby that I picked up this summer. Really enjoy doing it. Really enjoy doing it. Was thinking about incorporating something like it in my shop. If you guys are interested in maybe some cover minders made out of chainmail, scale mail, let me know in the comments. I think it is super cool. So yeah, let me know. You guys have a good day. Bye.